I want to welcome Agile XRM to the podcast. I've known the people at Agile XRM for the past 12 years. I've seen how their business process management tool can add massive value to complex organizational processes in sectors such as finance and government. If you have complex processes or a need for dialogues on the Power Platform or Dynamics 365, take a look at how this BPM tool can add value. You can find them at agilexrm.com or check out the show notes for more details. Welcome to the MVP Show. My intention is that you listen to the stories of these MVP guests and are inspired to become an MVP and bring value to the world through your skills. If you have not checked it out already, I do a YouTube series called How to Become an MVP. The link is in the show notes. With that, let's get on with the show. Today's guest is from India. He works at EPAM as a lead software engineer. He received his first MVP award this year. He's currently leading a Dynamic 365 Champs user group in Hyderabad. Welcome to the show, Venkata Polisetty.
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, Venkata Subbarao Polisetty is my full name. You can call me as Venkat.
Tell me, if people want to look you up on Twitter, are you on Twitter and do you have a blog? What's your blog address?
Yes, my blog address is venkatasubbaropolisetty.com, and
Excellent.
generally people will identify as Common Man Tips. And Twitter, I use the handles of Twitter and LinkedIn. Mostly I use the LinkedIn.
Excellent. Okay, I always like when my guests come on the show, I always like to find out what you do outside of work. So what do you do for fun? Tell me about family, your family, what's your favorite food, and what do you do for fun?
So I'm blessed with 2 children, and so I stay at Hyderabad. And outside work, what I will do, just I will learn. I will attend the different podcasts. If they are available, I will hear, and or else any meetups that are present, I will like to listen so that I can enhance my skills. I will do YouTube videos, and I will write the blogs. And if there are any issues which others are facing, I try to help them.
Nice. It must keep you busy.
If not, then I'll spend the time with my children.
If I was to come to Hyderabad, what are the top 3 things that I should do if I come to Hyderabad?
Okay, just you will not feel that this is an uncommon place. So you can have whatever the thing that you can have. Like if with respect to the food, you will enjoy the food. If you come maybe during this Ramjan season, which was started, so you will love the biryani, and as well as the halim, which is famous. And the top places that to visit, we have number of top places to visit, like the Ramoji Film City, just like you can say the Hollywood one is there, right, for all the studios and all. Like this Ramoji Film City is a big one, and we have the more like Golconda Fort is there, where you can visit. Like that, there are 50 to 40, 50 to 60 places are there, and go-kart is also present where you can enjoy your day.
If you could only eat one dish, one food for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Idli sambar.
Yeah, what's in it? Tell me some of the ingredients.
Okay, so idli is nothing but it is made of the rice batter. So the powder will be mixed into the particular water, and then it will be steamed, and that is the one. And the sambar, just we'll get the sambar powder with all the ingredients that are present, mix it and have it. If you are hot, you will not leave it.
Awesome. It makes me hungry just thinking about it. Tell me how you got into IT, information technology. How did you get into tech? Of all your choices of careers, how did you end up in tech?
I did my master's in computer applications. So there I have decided to go into this particular career because this is what I know. So from there, I just started into the IT. Initially, I worked with the .NET, and from the past 7 years, I was into Dynamics CRM business application space.
How did you get in, like, what was your first project that got you into CRM, as into Dynamics? What was that first thing that, like, did you go study it, or how did you get into it?
Okay, so initially in the first project, I worked as a partner with Microsoft. So that was an legacy application. You can say it is an CCF. Okay, so which is nothing but USD's grandfather, CCA and CCF.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with it.
yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
CCA and CCF reactive support is the project name, where I used to. Uh, I was the only person across the globe who was supporting that particular product. So there I got to know about, okay, what is CCA and what is CCF, what is the framework that is behind, and how it has been built. Like that, just I got the insights into working on the CRM. And as I was working at the Microsoft Global Delivery location at Hyderabad, so I'll have my other partners also working along with me. So we all used to sit in a big conference room, like 15 to 20 members. So you can observe, you can think 15 to 20 projects are working beside me. So like that, I got to know I was okay. This is the area which I can definitely invest on it. So that's how all discussions, all problems resolution. So it gave me an interest to go onto it, and also. Uh, Most of the thing like the framework has been built on the top of .NET only, so which is not which I was very much comfortable. If you observe the plugins, custom code activities, all these things has been built and on the .NET framework, and we use the .NET related libraries to use to work on them. That's how.
So it's been about 5 years since I've heard out in a customer, CCF. What's the current iteration in Microsoft land of what was CCF? Is it still being carried forward, or it's gone?
No, 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 no. It's gone.
So was Unified Service Desk the last?
Yes, it fed service desk, and now just the improvised version of the customer service workspace is going on, right? So like omni channel, all these things has been mostly used, but there are few customers still they use the unified service desk USD, especially HP like customer. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely know of customers that are still using it because it works and it's still in existence. But if we look at the modern digital contact center, there's much more a requirement now for it to be cloud. So it's a cloud contact center, and USD was never a cloud type delivery solution, right? It was very much desktop. It needed that desktop component. The thick client. Very interesting. It's so good to talk with somebody that has that experience back there. So fast forward me to where are you in your what's the key part of Microsoft Business Applications? And like when you started back then, there was only a few products, right? There was not a lot under the Dynamics banner. And of course now there's lots of products. What area do you mainly focus in these days?
Okay, so when I start working on the business application, it was CRM 2016 online version. After that, so just I worked on the D365 and upgrades, UC upgrade and all. So mostly now my focus and the areas which I concentrate on more on the uh, service modules and the sales module, and obviously now it is a app kind of flavor that it has. And other than that one, I work with the Power Platform, Azure integrations, and Canvas apps, modern driven apps. These are all the things that will be revolving around me.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good. And so obviously, you've become an MVP. How did that happen for you? What was the nomination process? What happened to get you to ultimately end up becoming an MVP?
Right. So I started um, making writing the blogs. So initially, I started by answering the queries in the community. First thing what I did, right, just registering into the community and observing, okay, what are the things? Can I answer few queries and all? Later, just I heard from my many of my MVPs friends like Deepesh Somani, Zenadit, who was one of the person who motivated me for just to establish my name. So everybody has to identify by your name. So that's kind of value that you should get it. So how you will get it? Just by contributing to the community, and then just spread whatever the knowledge that you have. So like that, just I started blogging. It was actually almost 1 year now. So I could write close to 115 blogs on various things like back to basics. It was around 49th topic that I have written, and in Power Automate, I have written 69. So like that. So I have a couple of series that are going on, like back to back series, back to basic series, and Power Automate fundamentals. So initial thing is, if you open my blog, you will know how to start. Any person who don't have any knowledge, just they blindly follow it and they can learn it. This is how I can make it as an familiar. And coming back to the MVP journey, so I used to work. Okay, I used to write in the same way. I used to I used to be a speaker in a number of events. So in that particular events, like in one of the Odisha event that was run by the Odisha user group by Golaknath. So another co-speaker like Nijo Joseph. So we both are delivering the sessions. So after that particular session, Nijo and myself connected, and he thought like I would be the best person to get nominated for MVP because of my looking at my contributions and all. So he nominated me along that particular process. So it went. So Nijo Joseph is also an MVP from Malta region.
Yeah, yeah. This is so good. Tell me if there was one feature that you could have added into Power Automate, what would it be? What one thing do you think you'd want to add?
Co-presence that needs to be improvised more, so that if at all two members are working on it, in case if I wanted to quickly revert back to the previous version without directly going into the GitHub and doing it, so that would that was the one of the feature that I am expecting, because many of the people came back to me and asked like, how I can use this kind of thing. Just like in Canvas apps, I have the redo undo feature, and like here in Power Automate also we are facing this thing. Is there the co-presence is there? Other than just commenting, can we also revert the changes of the other person who has done that? So that was one of the most awaited feature from my side, so that it will help really.
I like it. I like it. It's good. It is, I find I have a list of things that I would like on my wish list as well. In becoming an MVP, what did you discover that you didn't know before being an MVP? What surprised you once you were in the program?
Actually, I was not surprised because I watched your video on 2019 your YouTube video, like how to become MVP and its MVP benefits. So there I got the good exposure of what it will be there in the MVP. But what is that? What the opportunity that I got it right? So to interact with the product groups and also uh, to attend for the MVP summit, to as to know and got astonished by looking at okay, what are the things that are coming, but as well I cannot share it because of the NDA. So just I'm waiting for it, okay, when it will come, so that I can officially use them uh, along with my implementation in the projects.
Nice. Just before this, I was doing a podcast with somebody from Microsoft. And I said, we've just had MVP Summit and I'm confused in my mind about what we can talk about, what we can't. So I'm going to open a question. I said, I won't reveal anything, but you need to tell me whether we could talk about this. And I opened the question. He was like, nope, I can't say anything at this time. And I'm like, good. Okay, we're clear. Because we find out so much stuff, right, at MVP Summit. Is amazing. What recommendations do you have for other people that think that, an MVP might be something that they would love to get? What recommendations do you have for them?
So first thing I would say that to anyone, MVP, if you get an MVP title, right, it is an responsibility. Don't think it is an okay, just like other certification and all. The first common thing, MVP, by looking at most of the people says that okay, how can I get this certification? So just it will take some time for me to explain them what is this and all. So for any person to start coming into the MVP route, you start contributing. Okay, you start contributing through the community and spread whatever the things that you are aware of it, so that it will reach to the number of people who are waiting for all these things. So that was the first thing: register into the community and attend any kind of other meetups. If you have any issues of knowing which meetups are happening, I am maintaining a special page in my blog which will give you on a selected date what are all the meetups that are present, so they can easily go and uh, join it. This is how I used to and I used to guide the people, and I'm doing now as well.
Hey, thanks for listening. I'm your host, Business Application MVP Mark Smith, otherwise known as the NZ365 Guy. If you like the show and want to be a supporter, check out buymeacoffee.com/NZ365 Guy. Thanks again, and see you next time.